Dieting is a good idea on any weight loss plan, but what kinds of diets are safe in children, and how does weight loss in children differ than in adults? Hi, I'm Dr. Brian Young, a naturopathic doctor in Toronto. In this series called Weight Loss for Kids, we want to help parents and guardians make more informed decisions in caring for overweight children. Subscribe to the channel if you're interested in learning more. In part 1, let's go over dietary interventions to help your child lose weight. Focus on healthy eating. For most children, I recommend focusing on eating healthy rather than strict dieting. Emphasize foods that are both enjoyable to the child and healthy as well. It will better help develop good eating habits later in life. Putting too much emphasis on restricting foods or dieting can create an unhealthy relationship with food and increase the risk of developing an eating disorder. Children have pretty fast metabolisms and usually don't require excessive calorie restriction to lose weight. Outside of having certain medical issues like a metabolic disorder or thyroid problems, properly implemented healthy eating habits is usually sufficient to help overweight children control their weight and maintain weight loss in my experience. So when creating a diet for your child, focus on balanced and healthy diets. A dietary plan like the Mediterranean diet or Harvard's healthy eating plate are good examples. I'll put their information in the description down below. Avoid extreme diets. Children also need a higher amount of nutrients per body weight than adults to grow. And extreme dieting could potentially restrict important nutrients, stunting proper growth and cognitive development. Deficiencies in certain nutrients like zinc or vitamin C can also cause metabolic impairment, leading to an increased risk of becoming obese. While it might be prudent to restrict your child's intake of sugars like from candy, chips, pop, or pastries, I don't recommend weight loss diets that heavily restrict one or more nutritional food groups for children. Things like the high-fat keto diet, Atkins diet, or strict vegan diets may not be appropriate for children and may cause more long-term harm than good. Be careful of diets that lack variety or eliminate whole food groups. It's not even just about whether these diets are safe or not, but how your child might develop eating habits in the future. For example, if they're constantly being told to avoid fat and cholesterol, and that fat is unhealthy, and you should never eat it or you'll get fat, children may begin to avoid fat and oils like the plague, despite the fact that fat is an essential macronutrient, and healthy fats are great for reducing appetite and providing their body with the building blocks for essential hormones. Or if you were to push the prevailing belief that eating vegetables is the only way for weight loss and the only way to lose weight properly is to eat tons of veggies, your child could avoid and miss out on important protein and fats required for proper growth and development. It might encourage them to eat vegetarian-friendly snacks and treats, even though they're full of simple carbohydrates and sugars, and may actually be causing them to gain more weight. Portion control. If you believe your child needs extra help to lose weight, I usually suggest controlling portion sizes. Harvard's healthy eating plate can be used as a guide for creating healthy, balanced meals, and help you create sensible portions of whole grains, protein, vegetables, and fruits. For example, if you're having steak, potatoes, and veggies for dinner, portion out all three for your child in a sensible way. Don't allow them to fill up only on potatoes. Have them finish the whole portion plate first before going back for seconds if they're still hungry. Also, you can encourage them to eat slower by having smaller portions per plate or bowl and refilling seconds or thirds in smaller amounts, making them refill more frequently. You can also make sure they don't overfill their plates and only take portions they're sure they can finish easily. Make healthy options available. If you want your children to start making healthy eating choices, make sure there are plenty of healthy snack and food options available to them. Remove any unhealthy temptations. Yes, this means getting rid of the secret drawers for snacks for adults. If you yourself can't control snacking, how can you expect your children to do it? There are tons of creative healthy snack and meal ideas on the internet. Try some out and get feedback from your children. Do they seem to enjoy sweeter snacks? Then try fresh fruit snack ideas. And no, Those fruit preserves, gummies, or fruit by the foot does not count as fruit. The idea is to offer the widest selection of healthy snack or meal ideas you can feasibly offer, and take note of what aspects they enjoy. If you're just giving them sugary granola bars, processed Lunchables, or just lunch money because it's convenient, it's hard to fault your child if they aren't eating as healthy as you'd like them to. More home-cooked meals. Try eating out less. If you're able to, home cooking meals is a great way to involve your children in the preparation of their own food. It's also a great way to educate your children about healthy eating options and how certain foods help their body grow. Let them pick dishes and have them help to create it. This is a strategy I've seen used well for picky eaters as well. For example, if your child is obsessed with pizza, you could try making homemade pizza with your child. This way, you can control the ingredients and portion sizes, allowing you to make the pizza with less crust, less fattening cheese, or use healthier and unique toppings that both you and your child can enjoy. Overall, dealing with weight loss in children should be done more carefully than in adults. We need to remember that children are still developing and need a good amount of nutrition to grow properly. Just because they seem overweight doesn't necessarily mean they have sufficient nutrition. In fact, some vitamin and mineral deficiencies can increase fat weight gain. Finally, avoid strict dieting and instead focus on diets that are healthy and offer good variety and help them build lifelong healthy habits with food, rather than trying to demonize certain nutritional food groups. In our next video of this series, we'll take a look at important lifestyle interventions you should look at to help your child manage their weight properly, so subscribe for updates. Let me know in the comments down below about other dietary strategies you've used to help your children control their weight. And if you found this video helpful, please leave me a like. As before, I'm Dr. Brian Young, bringing you weight loss info on this channel. Subscribe and hit the notification bell if you're interested in learning more, and share it with some you know who needs the help.